Well, was an event to remember. That's all I'm gonna say. It really was an event to remember, and I'm much impressed with what we've seen. I'm telling you, if it's a shitty card on the paper, it mostly turns out into a wonderful, wonderful card. And as expected, it's always like that. And I'm telling this for ages, but the problem is the fact that people don't believe me. People are mostly judging the book by its cover. But yes, there were some controversial calls. Yes, there were some controversial calls. I'm not gonna lie. But what else can I say? Yeah, there were some very, very controversial calls, and I'm going to tell you, despite there were some really, really horrible calls, and despite I barely held on to this fight card, I enjoyed every single second of it. And guys, sorry, I was feeling so horrible, but 11 out of 13 picks, 1 out of 2 bets. So this was my resume. And let me continue, let me grind it through. Ailin Perez defeated Ashley Evans Smith. I said Ailin Perez to win or fight starts round 3. Ailin Perez dominated. Simply dominated. Ashley Evans Smith is an OnlyFans girl. She's not a fighter anymore, and that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. This girl is not for this. She is born for OnlyFans. And Alex Munoz versus Carl Ditton, pretty much easy squeezy win for Alex Munoz. Very much easy squeezy. But Carl Ditton did a good job. It was a close fight. Now, the questionable fight on this card was Azat Maksum versus Tyson Nam. Now, many people are saying this was a robbery, and to some point, I can agree it was a close fight. Like, was it a robbery? I literally woke up half an hour ago and I rewatched it, and I don't know whether it's a robbery or not. Could be. I'm not gonna say it wasn't a robbery. I'm just saying it could have been a robbery. Also, Ivan Elder versus Genaro Valdez, I had over 1.5. Ivan Elder defeated his opponent, and he did a great, great job. So Melchizedek Costa or Mel Costa defeats Austin Lingo. I had fight starts round 3, so majority of my picks were pretty much spot on. Especially in the prelims, I didn't have a single mistake. So what can you say? Like, when I think I'm gonna have the worst results, I'm usually having the best results, and that's how everything plays out. And also, I need to say that Melsik, like Victoria Dudakova, she defeated Stella Nunez. I picked Victoria Dudakova to win, but this is one of the most gruesome moments I've ever seen in my whole life. I really couldn't believe what happened. I really couldn't believe what we had to witness when Victoria Dudakova was shooting and Stella Nunez fell on her hand, and her hand just snapped in two. It was really a horrible thing to watch. And I literally started crying when that happened. I literally started crying, didn't feel well, and I said to myself, man, horrible things happen for a reason, and if it's a horrible thing, then let's hope we're gonna forget it. I wish speedy recovery to Stella Nunez, dislocated elbow. Melsik Bagdasaryan versus Tucker Latz. Melsik Bagdasaryan out-edged him, and normally we had there were many decision fights in the preliminary card, but these were not boring fights. These were not, hug fests, not hugging festivals, etc. No, these were actually boring. These were actually amazing fights and very, very nice to watch. Nazim Sadiko versus Terence McKinney. For me, it was an amazing fight, and yeah, I do believe that Nazim Sadiko deserved a bonus of the night. I don't know who's gonna get rewards or not, but I'm just saying I really enjoyed every single second of it. Terence McKinney almost finished Nazim Sadikov in the first, but Sadikov, as expected, bounced back in the second because Terence McKinney is the most dangerous fighter in the first round, as well as you know. But if the fight advances further than the round 1, then we are going to have to face some issues, some problems. In the case of Terence McKinney, that's normal. Got to say that's pretty much normal. Norma Dumont out-edged Chelsea Chandler. Nurmagomedov was having a total control over the fight. And one more time, I'm really sorry because I looked horrible during this card. I know, guys, I'm sorry, but my body was unable to tolerate, and I'm not good with heat, and right now, believe it or not, yeah, you're not gonna believe me, but right now it's goddamn 93 Fahrenheit. I literally woke up right now. I don't know what to say, honestly. Then the next one, Junyoung Park versus Albert Durev. Junyoung Park, according to me, pulled out a massive upset by submitting Albert Durev. And I was thinking odds are wrong, but this was the first mistake I made on the whole card. Yeah, this was the first mistake I made on the whole card, as I targeted Durev to win or the fight to go over 2.5, but again, my predictions were spot off. We've seen an upset in the next fight because I said the fight will not go the distance, and I was spot on. But Francisco Prado, according to me, deserves 50K for that move. Francisco Prado rotated with an elbow. He made a step forward and then attacked his opponent with a spinning back elbow. After hitting Azaitar with a spinning back elbow, he instantly cut him open, and he continued raining big punches, big bombs on the ground. And what I want to say, Otman Azaitar, according to my mind, was defending. It was a knee shield defense, and he was defending. I can't say that he was doing a nice job in that fight. He was doing everything but a nice job. I mean, let's be honest. But he was at least defending. I think it could have been a bit too early call, but Prado dominated. Great victory by Francisco Prado. I mean, 50 Gs, baby. 50 Gs. Then Jack Della Maddalena versus Basil Hafez. Man, I was saying that Jack Della Maddalena is gonna barely win this guy, and I know because he's a training partner of Justin Gaethje, but people were like, "Vlad, you're crazy. What's wrong with you? You need a brain surgery." Guys, the guy was a former Cage Fury FC champion, was former Fury FC champion. The guy is no joke. Like when I say the guy is no joke, the guy is no joke. I mean, if there is one thing I know, that is the amazing. I'm a die-hard fan of this sport. I'm following outside of UFC. Then I mean, why would you question my word? And I told you what's gonna happen. It happened, and it could have been Basil Hafez win too. Jack Della Maddalena got exposed. Bueno Silva submitted Holly Holm. Holly Holm was constantly trying to pressure against the fence, and when you constantly pressure against the fence, it's easy to create strategy. My coach calls this Canadian guillotine choke or a ninja choke, and Holly Holm was exposed for ages on that strike. And I'm gonna tell you, she went too far this time, and really, Holly Holm deserved to lose. Despite I'm a die-hard fan of her, I only missed on Durev and Holly Holm. On Durev, I missed on over 2.5. On Holly Holm, I missed a side pick, but my first bet was Holm to win. My second bet was Terence McKinney versus Nazim Sadikov over to no distance. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm actually good for others, but I'm horrible for myself. Really enjoyed every single second of this card. Hope we're gonna have more cards like this. Again, sorry because I looked horrible. One more time, I didn't feel well. Heat is killing me, and it's not something that has to do with you. Okay, catch you, fellas. I'm leaving now.